Hello, everyone, and welcome to another conversation with me, Kate, the perception specialist. Today's conversation slash topic is something that I find extremely fascinating about our world and our planet, and really, essentially, what we are a part of. So, that is going to be infinity in action and evident, because it is evident. It is all around us for us to witness and see with our own eyes. With that being said, let's go ahead and see a clip from my walk recently that walks through this a little further.
So let's just take a look at infinity in action. So, an example, we'll use this as an example because these seem identical. Clearly, though, I like this as an example. They're not. This one's actually a lighter color than the other one. Let's see. But with so many things, they seem as if they are identical. And it's just not true. That is an illusion. Everything is unique, completely different in a sense from its counterpart. This would be another good one. So these all seem the same, right? But they're not. They're not at all. So that is infinity in action. Now, as well as its evidence to the existence of infinity, and I don't think that's disputed whatsoever. But with that is that infinity is always changing. It's constantly moving. And as you can see, just from even all the white fluff in the air. Another really awesome way I like to remind myself of the constant change going on in life is just by looking up at the clouds and seeing that they're moving. There is nothing in life that is ever stagnant. It may look so, but it is not. And no matter how much things appear to be the same, they're not the same. Just like us, every single thing is different. Now look at that and look at how many options and variations and possibilities exist in just this short walk. Not to mention, all of these are completely different. I mean, this is major stuff when you really start to think about it and think about how exclusive your existence is and how instrumental you are in this infinite system that keeps going and is ever expanding and will not ever be replicated. Now, really think about that too. Like, sure, this is gonna die and come back, but it's not gonna come back the same way. But just look, every single little thing you see is a part of infinity. And this is just on this walk. Like, I'm really hoping it boggles everyone's mind as much as it does mine, because it really says a lot about our existence and how we are one of a kind, just like this random leaf right here. One of a kind. Oh, there are so many others, sure, but none like this one. And there won't ever be. And that is a huge thing to grasp. And we need to know that we are different. And yes, I feel that within all of this indifference in a sense. The fact that it seems the same, but it's all different, that we're all just a part of this infinite system. And I mean, again, imagine the possibilities. All of these things are separate possibilities. Literally. Separate. And that's just that. I mean, this is so extreme for me to think about how vast infinity is. But with that, I feel that there is a shared common bond in all that exists. Now, is that infinity? I think it's infinity, personally. I'd also call it life. All of this is living. I look at everything as living. So while we and all of this seem so different, there is a common bond, a common connection. And no, I don't know exactly what that is. But I love the idea of all the possibilities. So I just really wanted to share this with you in the hopes that you will really maybe appreciate your existence and your uniqueness and your contribution to our world and our universe and our planet and everyone's life as well. It all plays a part. We're all here to play together, to live together. So when you get worried and you feel like things aren't working out or possibilities just don't even seem possible, take a minute to just remember there are so many possibilities. Take a walk and look at the possibilities. Go look at a tree, go look at a flower, go break it down and really see that the possibilities are endless, continuous, and infinite, and always in action.
I hope that you all enjoyed my walk just as much as I did. And really, I hope that you're able to capture and get a sense of how many possibilities there are out there, how much has been created that is so separate and unique from anything that will ever exist. And I know I refer to the blades of grass rather often, but I think in a sense, it's the simplest way to see it. You know, you have a field, but when you really start to look at it and narrow it down, you have a blade of grass and a blade of grass. And those two things are similar, but they're not exactly the same, and they will never be exactly the same. So then when you really put that into more of a perspective, we see so many different possibilities that were created, so many different options of life as well that were created in just a small section or just a field of grass. And then to take that further and think just in terms of the grass alone that exists within our world, like the possibilities. To me, that just really is astonishing and so fascinating, because that's just the grass. What happens when we start looking at every single leaf on a tree, and that it is not going to be the same as any other leaf in existence whatsoever? Again, boggles my mind. So I do want to really get into, when I say infinity in action, what do I mean by in action? Well, I mean in existence. I mean participating with the universe and the flow of things. It is there. It is here. It is in action, because the universe is always in action. Our world is always in action. So infinity is always in action. The same way you and I are a part of this. So your participation here on Earth is part of infinity in action and evident, because evident being you can verify it. It is factual. You can see this with your own eyes. And that is what I love so much about this is, I mean, you can think whatever you want about the video, that's fine. But really go outside and just look at everything that's been created that exists right now. It won't ever exist again. Not in the same way. The same way you and I will never exist again in the same way that we are aware of, right? Fine. Now, one other thing I do want to cover is I talk about that bond, that existence, that exist. So the bond that is there between me and the grass, and you and the grass, and me and you, and everything, the sun, the moon, the mountains, the rocks, the grains of sand, literally everything that exists. What I really find intriguing about this is that it is that very thing that we cannot see, that we actually share in common with everything in existence. And I just find that rather marvelous. And so getting back to, well, what is that bond? What is that thing that we all share in common? And in the walk I had mentioned, well, perhaps it's life or infinity. It could be God. It could be the universe. It could be love. And I feel like it's creation. I feel that it's infinity. And I feel that it's life beyond what we can really even explain, because we can't even see it. And yet here we all are. And it's almost too, I feel that all of these different things are simply expressions of life in and of their self, the same way we are an expression of life. And I feel that that is something we really need to cherish and be thankful for, and live out the expression of who we are as individuals. Not, I need to be like this person, or I need to be conformed into doing or being this, but to really be making choices within your life that you are happy with, and expressing who you are, who you want to be, and that person is okay. Because you, me, just like the blades of grass, we're only going to exist once that we know of. And I feel it is of the utmost importance that we live our expression out as fully as we can. I do hope this brings an awareness to you, for one, of all of the possibilities that are out there. I mean, it's not even done yet. This world is still creating every single second. And what does that mean? It means that there are tons of options out there and plenty of opportunity for possibility as well. Is it scary? Or is it fascinating and intriguing to think of all of the possibilities that exist, that we can see, that we can verify? Let me know down in the comments what you all think. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And I personally want to thank you all for being a part of Infinity in Action and Evident. Thank you for your participation here on Earth. Have a great day, everyone.